Who do you think you are, coming here in that outfit, trying to muscle me with an axe, pal?
Angela Delight no longer works here. Got it?
You know, you don't get into this kind of work if you can't take care of business. And I got plenty of juice in Port Charles.
Well, I guess you've just met your match, haven't you? I'm not leaving here until we have some sort of an agreement.
No. Lucy Cole's living. I should have figured. A jealous boyfriend.
But I'm not any ordinary jealous boyfriend. Or haven't you heard? I'm the crazed author who wrote a little number called General Homicide.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that the book? It's getting people killed over at the hospital?
I'm thinking of writing a sequel. How does this grab you? A 2-bit, 900 number pimp with the IQ of a potted plant ends up chopped into thousands of bite-sized pieces because he makes his living selling women.
Hey, it doesn't sound too good.
Have I made my point?
Oh. Yeah, Angela Delight? I never heard of her. She doesn't work here, and she never will.
Good. I guess we have an agreement. It's a good thing we talked. These are hazardous times. Someone could get hurt.
So, anyway, Joe gets caught organizing this crap game for the staff.
Couldn't you just hand out towels like a good cabana boy?
Oh, there's more to cabana-ing than just towels.
My father was furious. He fires Joe right on the spot. I begged him not to fire my boyfriend, but he wouldn't budge. So, the next thing I know, Joe crashes this party at the club. He drinks his own weight in beer. And then he jumps on the bandstand with his guitar and gets this Lawrence Welk-style orchestra to rock and roll.
Well, I got my job back. So, where's your husband?
We're divorced.
For how long?
I haven't laid eyes on him in 2 years.
He hasn't been around, even though Neil is sick?
Oh, my husband was a selfish man. You could smell his ego at 10 paces, but give him a crisis to deal with and watch him run.
It must be pretty hard on Neil.
It is, but Neil's a trooper. And speaking of my Neil, I need to get back. I want to show him all the stuff I bought him.
Yeah. Tell him that we'll be by, to visit him a little bit later.
Yeah, the dynamic duo. Bye.
What kind of pathetic man ditches on his son that has cancer?
I don't know. Seems like you and Courtney really cared about each other a long time.
That was a long, long time ago. Things change.
So, what ended it?
We were young.
Do you still think about her?
To be honest, yes. I think about her, and I thank heaven that I grew up and moved on. Karen, I couldn't imagine myself being happy with anybody but you.
Look, you can't just let me go like that. I was doing a very good job for you.
Hey, come on. You're not in it for the money. And besides, babes like you always find a way to get their kicks.
Oh, wait a minute. You're scared, aren't you? I can tell. And the only thing that would make a guy like you be afraid is my boyfriend over me, right, Kevin? Kevin came to visit you, didn't he?
That man you call a boyfriend wrote a book that's getting people killed. It's in all the papers.
Listen, you cannot believe everything you read.
I don't. I believe him. He didn't visit you with an axe today, did he?
Well, you know what? Actually, he did. You see, it was all just a big joke. That's it, a joke.
I wasn't laughing. Hey, do yourself a favor. Leave this guy while you can. From what I saw today, he probably committed all those murders.
Listen to me. Kevin is not dangerous. But if you're worried, look, if you let me stay, I promise you, he doesn't have to know. I can be very, very discreet.
Don't ever call me again. Ever.
Well, well, if it isn't the high executioner return from a hard day of work. Wow. You know, I'm sorry I don't have dinner waiting, but just didn't feel like it. What'd you do with your costume? Return it?
Thought about buying it. That way I could take it out like Batman whenever I need it.
Oh, like Batman. Is that it? That's what you think you're doing, Doc? Going out and ridding the world of all the evils, like the evils of a little escort service. Is that it?
Yes. Paid a visit to your boss, too.
I know, and you got me fired. Doc, I was really onto something. I was. Listen to me. You and your disgusting, horrible Halloween tactics cost me my link to Eve's past, and that would prove she is the murderer.
And I'd do it again, too. Lucy, do you honestly believe that I wouldn't stand in the way of anything that could hurt you?
Do you honestly believe I'm stupid, that I'm going to get myself hurt? I'm not going to do that.
Well, I'm not willing to take that chance, Lucy. I came close enough to losing you before when I wouldn't put my foot down while you chased one crazy scheme after another. Excuse me, sorry, not crazy, just risky.
I happen to take a few risks. So what?
Well, I don't. Not when it comes to you. Lucy, when Rex poisoned you, I sat by your bedside and fought off every doctor who tried to convince me that I was going to live my life without you. I will not risk losing you. Understand now?
But listen to me. Don't you see why I am doing this? Why I'm dressing up like Little Red Riding Hood and Little Bo Peep and whoever else it takes to prove who the murderer really is? Because I am watching you. You are consumed with guilt over this, and it's not because people are dying. You think they're dying because of you and your book, and they're not.
Lucy, I am responsible.
No, you're not, Doc. You think you have that gun in your hand, but that is not true.
Well, then the killer has some kind of a grudge against me.
Well, that's why I've got to work that much harder. I've got to figure out who the murderer is and catch him or her so that you will understand this isn't about you. It's about Eve. She killed Devlin, and she killed Grace, and she's using your book just as some kind of cover-up.
Lucy, you want to make sure that the responsible person is caught. I'm right there with you on that. But the best way that you can help me is to stay as far away from this mess as you can.
I will try.
Trying isn't good enough. I want you out of it, Lucy.
Hey, Frank. Do you know Courtney?
Nice to see you again, Frank.
Courtney, what brings you to Port Charles?
My son Neil is in treatment here.
I've heard Karen and Joe mention his name. They say he's a great kid. I hope he feels better.
Thank you. Karen, if you'll excuse me, I'm going back in with them.
Okay.
Dr. Hayes, dietary. Dr. Michael Hayes to the dietary.
You don't like her, do you?
Let's just say she didn't turn out to be the person Joe thought she was.
Well, people change. That was a long time ago. Come on. She seems like a very caring mother to me.
A leopard can't change her spots. And even if she could, I doubt that Courtney would want to.
Then answer your cell phone when I call you, and your wife won't have to answer the phone at home. Well, it's really not my problem if she finds out. But you know that doesn't need to happen. Send the money I need. Well, call it what you want, but I have a son with cancer running up a huge hospital bill. Good. I'll check my account in the morning.
I have a few errands to run, and then I want to drop in and see Mac.
Oh, well, good. Are you going to see Mac to talk to him about Catherine, or are you going to see if there are any more murder clues?
I want to offer him my support about Catherine, but I do want to see how the investigation into the hospital murders is going. Sitting around waiting for another body to turn up is driving me crazy. Maybe we can come up with something together.
Yeah, well, you know, Mac, he's never let you down before.
Maybe this time will be no different. See ya.
Yeah.